G'day guys and welcome back to another video on the channel. Today we are here for the round 1 tips and predictions. Before we get into the video, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, as we are on the road towards 2,000 subscribers by hopefully the end of footy season, but probably the end of the year. Without further ado, let's actually recap our round 0 or opening round tips and predictions. Alrighty, so in opening round we got 1 out of 2 tips correct. We got Hawthorn correct, and we got Collingwood incorrect. Now, in the Sydney Hawthorn game, oh my god, great game by Hawthorn. We saw them definitely shine this whole game, 100%. They dominated that first quarter very well. They were in the lead 27-33, 6 points, and then they just carried on their lead towards halftime, where they ended up leading by 20 at halftime. The Swans did come back though in that third quarter, 71-76, 5 points of difference. But then, yeah, Hawthorn just outrun them. Sydney couldn't even kick straight. They kicked 5 behinds in that last quarter. They could not be able to get as many entries into their forward 50 as they could. But Hawthorn used definitely their chances and used them well. 14 goals for them with a 12 behind. So this year, majority of the teams have been very inaccurate, which kinda is bad to see, not gonna lie. But still, it brings some hope for some clubs, obviously. If there's a team that's very inaccurate and that team's accurate, yeah, they're able to kick more goals and just get in the lead. But like, yeah, it was a very inaccurate game, cannot lie. Will Day had an absolute outstanding game. 26 disposals, 3 goals, and those 3 goals were in one half of footy. 129 fantasy points. So if you guys do not got Will Day on your fantasy list, better put him in your list right now. Lloyd Meek, a great person to have in your ruck. 30 hitouts, 14 disposals, 2 goals as well for Meek. He had got 110 fantasy points. So put him in your ruck, guys, I'm telling you. And then Carl Amon, what a goal he kicked. It's genuinely an early goal of the year contender. Going around to handballing it off towards, handballing him to himself in the air, actually grabbing it again, handballing out to Newcomb. Newcomb hands it, balls it back to him. Amon finishes it with a left foot snap right in front of goal. So what a goal by Amon, early goal of the year contender. And then GWS, Collingwood, I tipped Collingwood. GWS ended up getting the job done by 52 points. Collingwood were just very inaccurate this whole game. They legit, in the first quarter, they kicked 6 behinds and 1 goal, which is very unfortunate, especially after GWS getting 33 points in that whole quarter. By the end of the game, Collingwood only kicked 6 goals, which is just very disappointing on the Collingwood behalf. They kicked 16 behinds the entire game. I thought Collingwood would play a better footy, but clearly they're doing way better at getting behinds. Darcy Cameron, amazing player though that game. He was definitely a standout for Collingwood. 136 fantasy points, 22 disposals, 37 hitouts. Very good stuff by Cameron, and he got 1 of the behinds. So Brody Myercheck got 2 goals on the board for Collingwood, which is wasn't very much needed goals, obviously, because of the inaccuracy that Collingwood displayed. Tim Membry had a decent game, not gonna lie. Could have had 2 goals if he didn't play on. Yeah, he got ran down from behind, which is just very sad to see. 8 disposals though, so Tim Membry's debut for Collingwood, not really too good for him. Josh Kelly and Finn Callaghan though. Josh Kelly, 36 disposals. Finn Callaghan, 33 disposals, 2 goals, 20 handballs, 7 clearances. Absolute gun out there. He's an absolute gun out there, Finn Callaghan, and I just cannot wait to see him play even more. Josh Dacos also did well for his boys, and so did Harry Perryman. Alrighty, with the recap being done, it is time to get into the round 1 tips and predictions. So on the Thursday, 13th of March at 7:30 PM Victorian time at the MCG, we have Richmond taking on Carlton. Now this one should be an easy one to majority of the people in the AFL. Richmond have a very unfortunate list. Their pick 1 draft pick is legit injured with a broken jaw, and I do not think he's going to be in the side for round 1. I don't think he's going to be in the side for the next couple of weeks because of his broken jaw. Richmond lost lots of talent in the preseason, which is very unfortunate for them, and they realistically, could have kept some of that talent to be able to actually do good in 2025. But yeah, no, they just don't got they've got a young, very, very young side, and they're definitely on a rise for rebuild. But obviously there's going to be a spot where they're going to be staying towards 18th because obviously they're trying to get better at the game. So yeah, Carlton on the other hand, though, they're looking very, very strong. Very, very strong. Patrick Cripps, obviously, absolute gun. Jagger Smith, he would be an absolute gun as well if he didn't get injured and he's out for the full season. So that's a little bit of a downside for Carlton. Carlton brought in amazing additions as well into their list, which is just great to see, of course, because obviously, yeah, Carlton are probably going to be most likely be the winners here. Probably most likely going to be the winners. Charlie Curnow is out though for 1 to 2 weeks, so he should be back soon. I think he might be back this week for Carlton. Sam Walsh has done a hammy, but he's going to be a test this week, I reckon, and I feel like he's going to be actually fit to play in round 1. So if Charlie Curnow comes back, if Sam Walsh comes back, there could be a Camporelli who is going to have a debut round 1, and we definitely saw his talent in the preseason. Generally, Carlton got a very, very big chance to be able to get the job done here, and I reckon I'm going to go Carlton to win this game, and we're going to go Carlton by 23 points. Moving on to the Friday, 14th of March, 7:40 p.m. Victorian time at the MCG. Hawthorn taking on Essendon. Now, Essendon didn't play opening round. They were scheduled to play opening round, but they weren't playing opening round because of Cyclone Alfred, who turned out to be absolutely overrated as hell. But clearly, in Gold Coast, it wasn't overrated. Their legit surfers paradise is legit gone. The beach is gone. Hawthorn, they've got a couple of players that could be coming back this week. Shankwath Joth could be very much coming back this week, which would be good for Hawthorn. Hawthorn obviously had a great performance against Sydney Swans, getting a 20-point win. Amon played an absolute outstanding game. Will Day, I swear to God, he's a Brownlow contender if you couldn't see in that first game. He definitely got 3 votes for that game, I'll tell you what. Essendon, on the other hand, Essendon, they could be good. I reckon they could be good. Darcy Parish could be out with a back, which is going to be very, very hard for them. Harrison Jones could be back this week. He's getting a test on his glute this week to see if he's able to come back. Zach Murray, a very, very high chance to be able to win not win, but he's got a chance to actually win a Coleman this year, I reckon. He's going to have a great season. Peter Wright is unfortunately injured. I don't know when he's going to be coming back, but it got announced, I believe, earlier today. I saw it on the good old Essendon Edge Instagram account. So yeah, Peter Wright out. That's a forward down for Essendon. So I don't know I don't think Essendon would be strong coming into this game. That's why I feel like Hawthorn would be able to get the job done this game. Hawthorn have got the list. They've got all the good players. Their defense as well is just absolutely stacked. We saw it from last week. Tom Barras was just outstanding down back. Also, Josh Battle was outstanding down back. Those additions have really, really hit Hawthorn very, very well. And I'm telling you, that will be very, very helpful for Hawthorn this year. So that's why I'm going to go Hawthorn to win this game. I reckon Hawthorn are going to easily get the job done here. Now, starting on the Saturday games, 15th of March. First game's at 1:20 p.m. Victorian time at GMHBA. We have Geelong taking on Fremantle. Now, Fremantle, they've got a very, very good list. Of course, Alex Pearce could be back this week into that defense with Luke Ryan. Sean Darcy's going to be out for a little bit, which is going to be unfortunate. They're going to have to use Luke Jackson as their ruck, which obviously Luke Jackson is a great option. And they'll have Reedy as well getting on as the backup ruck. Jai Amos and Josh Tracy, absolute outstanding performances. I believe in the intra-club match for Fremantle, Josh Tracy kicked 5. Murphy Reed is a huge chance to debut this game, I reckon. He's a great player, but there's a couple of downsides towards his play. Andrew Brayshaw, Caleb Sarong, just absolute amazing players, I'll tell you what. Yeah, Fremantle and also Shai Bolton. Shai Bolton's debut for Fremantle would probably be this week, and I'm actually very, very pumped to be able to watch him play. I probably will be streaming this game, so Yeah, I can't wait to watch Shai Bolton play on TV. I reckon he's going to be an absolute star. And Geelong, they've got Tanner Bruin out, Conway out, Cam Guthrie out, and Mana out, which aren't really too big of outs in my opinion. Jeremy Cameron, very, very high chance to win Coleman this year, and I reckon he's going to kick a couple of goals this game, maybe 4, maybe 5, who knows. Bailey Smith could maybe return. I think Bailey Smith's going to be playing this week. Bailey Smith should be playing this week, and I reckon he's going to have an outstanding debut for Geelong. He's going to play absolutely amazing brand of footy. Shannon Neal, I can't wait to see him play in 2025. He had a great pre-season, and I just cannot wait to see the man play. So between those two clubs, can't lie, I'm going to actually have to go with Fremantle at the Cattery. I know how hard that is to beat the Geelong Cats at the Cattery with the Cats crowd, but I reckon Fremantle will get the job done, especially with the list they've got. This might be a tip that backfires against me. Now at 4:15 p.m. at Sydney Cricket Ground, we have the grand final rematch, Sydney taking on Brisbane. Now Sydney obviously going down to Hawthorn by 20 points, which is very, very unfortunate for them. They've also got lots of players that are also going to be out this week. They've got Errol Gordon, who's unfortunately out, which is going to for 5+ weeks, which is going to be very, very unfortunate for them. And I do not know if Sydney will be able to perform to the best of their ability without him. Chad Warner had a very, very good game last week as well. Very, very sensational game by Chad Warner. Definitely deserved 2 votes last week, of course, with Chad Warner. Brisbane, the reigning premiers, they don't got too bad of an injury list. They've got Archie, who might have a test, and he's probably going to come back this week. Darcy Fort with a hammy is getting a test this week. Brandon Starcevich has got a concussion, and I believe he's going to be probably out for round 1. Kadeem Coleman is going to be out for 46 weeks due to a knee. Tom Doherty will be out for 46 weeks, and Darcy Gardiner will be out to 1 to 2 weeks. Brisbane's still got an amazing list, though. They've still got an amazing list. They've got lots and lots of stars who can perform for Brisbane, and to be honest, that's going to lead my way towards Brisbane winning this game at the SCG. I reckon Brisbane, with their list, probably if their stars are going to be very, very healthy this week, then I reckon Brisbane would get the job done, especially after what we saw by Sydney last week against Hawthorn. That was just horrible by Sydney. That was just horrible. Now it's 7:35 p.m. Victorian time at Marvel Stadium. We have Western Bulldogs taking on North Melbourne. Now, obviously, this is going to be an easy one. I don't even need to go through this in detail. Let's be real. This is going to be a game towards Western Bulldogs. Although North Melbourne do not have a bad injury list, Jack Darling is a very, very good star in that forward line, which I'm shocked why he wasn't a star for bloody for West Coast towards the end of his season. Luke Parker as well, very, very good player, and Caleb Daniel was a great addition. Western Bulldogs though, now I think about it, it could be anyone's game. It could really be anyone's game. Western Bulldogs got Marcus Bontempelli out with a calf injury for 6 weeks. Bailey Dow will be a test for this week, and I reckon he might be able to play on the side. Liam Jones, hamstring injury, 6 weeks. Jason Johannesson, hamstring, 8 to 10 weeks. Ed Richards, calf, test this week. Anthony Scott is getting test. Trelaw out for 3 weeks. Cody Waitman out for 10. I genuinely believe North Melbourne can win this game now, and I think about it. North Melbourne got the better side on paper, better stars, and their list is actually healthy. Western Bulldogs are looking to start their season with a very, very bad injury list, and it's going to be very, very hit them hard, to be honest. It's going to hit them hard, which is why I'm going to go North Melbourne and win this game. It's going to be a huge upset. Now, the last game on the Saturday night at the MCG, Collingwood taking on Port. Now, Collingwood, what was their performance today? Collingwood? Brodie Marchek did good. Darcy Cameron did very, very good in the ruck. Jamie Elliott did very, very well with getting 2 goals. So did Brodie Marchek, of course. Tim Membry should have a better game next week, cannot lie. But 16 behinds is just very, very disappointing for an AFL club. It's really, really disappointing, and it's just embarrassing. Port Adelaide, on the other hand, they've got Zach Butters out, so that's not going to be unfortunate. For 5 to 7 weeks, which is going to hit them hard, but I reckon still Port Adelaide will probably still be a good brand of footy. Todd Marshall's got an Achilles, so he's probably going to be out as well. So I'm not going to lie, the injury list for Port Adelaide just makes me want to go towards Collingwood, but even though the performance that Collingwood had last week, and to be honest, I might still even tip Collingwood, because their injury list isn't even that bad, can't lie. They've got Dan Houston, who's suspended for round 1, which is going to be next week. So he's going to be back next week. Mason Cox out for 1 to 2 weeks with his finger. Jody DeGoey out for 1 to 2 weeks. Tom Mitchell's done a foot, which who knows when he's coming back. But I still reckon Collingwood will be able to get the job done. It's at home, Collingwood crowd. Surely the crowd gets around them. Now, Sunday, 16th of March at 12:35 p.m. for Victorians, meaning it's a 9:30 game for Western Australians. What the hell? At the Adelaide Oval, we have Adelaide taking on St Kilda. Now, Adelaide, what can we say about Adelaide? Adelaide are a very healthy list coming into the start of the season. Very, very healthy. Neil Bullen is a great star, I'll tell you what. And every one of their players is just healthy, and lots of their players is good as well. St Kilda, on the other hand, they don't really have too good of an injury list. Max King out for 1 to 3 weeks. Mitch Owens out for 1 to 3 weeks. Philippou out for 8 to 10 weeks. Sharman out for 4. Alex Taru, a goddamn rookie, is out for 6 to 7 weeks. I reckon I'm just going to go Adelaide. That injury list for St Kilda is just not going to help St Kilda at all. It's going to put lots of pressure on lots of players for St Kilda to step up this game. With Adelaide with a very, very strong list, especially at home, you've really just got to tip Adelaide in that situation. Now, at 3:20 p.m. at the MCG on Sunday, we have Melbourne versus GWS Giants. Now, this is just going to be a horrible atmosphere, cannot lie. I already have a feeling Melbourne are going to be most likely, not going to say probably, but most likely going to be very, very poor this year. Pickett suspended until round 4. Judd McVie out for 4 to 6 weeks. Tholstrup out for 6 to 8 weeks. To be honest though, Melbourne still do have a chance though. Obviously, Clayton Oliver back in amazing form. Christian Petrarca back on the side. They could still be a strong club, Melbourne. GWS though, the performance they pulled off today just really makes me want to tip them, and I believe I will end up tipping the GWS Giants. Winning against 52 points to Collingwood, who were supposed to be good this year, but unfortunately are actually very, very bad, especially the accuracy wise. Yeah, I reckon I'm going to go GWS to win this game against Melbourne in the bad atmosphere. Well, most likely going to be a bad atmosphere, because last time that Melbourne played either Port Adelaide or GWS, one of those clubs, it was a bad atmosphere. It was like, what, 17, 20k. Now, the final game of the round, West Coast taking on Gold Coast at Optus Stadium. I will be in attendance and I will be vlogging this game, so make sure you subscribe to the channel to be able to watch this vlog. Now, West Coast do got a very, very good list. West Coast got a very, very good list, and they don't got too bad of an injury list as well. Obviously, Elliot Yeo is going to be out for who knows how long. I think it's about 5 to 6 weeks. Dom Sheed's out for the whole season. Bazzo could be returning very, very soon. And honestly, though, Bo Allen's first, probably he's going to get a debut. I know he's going to get a debut. Bo Allen debuting, absolute scenes for the big man, Bo Allen. Harley Reid back at Optus Stadium, cannot wait to be able to watch him play. Jake Warnerman, still in very, very good form. He kicked, I believe it was 3-4 goals against North Melbourne at Hands Oval, so I cannot wait to be able to watch that. Honestly though, Gold Coast, they could still do very, very bad damage though. Leo Lombard's going to be out for 10 weeks though, which could help us. And honestly though, West Coast at home, especially with the list we got, and there's a decent amount of hype coming around West Coast this year, I reckon I'm going to go West Coast Eagles to win this game. I'm going to go West Coast to win against Gold Coast Suns. West Coast got a very, very good list, and a very, very strong one too, especially their forward line. Harry Edwards should also step up in the back line as well, and I cannot wait to be able to see him actually step up. But yeah, I reckon West Coast could get the job done against Gold Coast. Now let's recap our tips. We tipped Carlton, Hawthorn, Fremantle, Brisbane, North Melbourne, Collingwood, Adelaide, GWS, and West Coast. Thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure you like and subscribe to the channel if you are new, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.